sing, and I have the honor of being able to present a video that, that presents an interview with the teacher of Master Stephen Contes, the promoter of the Nick Screamer's event that took place in Orlando in July 2015, the biggest Kung Fu martial arts event on the worldwide circuit. Again, it was an amazing event. I had the pleasure of getting an interview with the gentleman you see performing the straight sword, the Jian, during Tai Chi Chuan Fa exercises. And he's just an amazing guy. This very powerful, but elegantly spoken and calm and welcoming presence that exists within a very small man of size, but of stature and of presence and civility very large. I had the rare pleasure of asking some very, very important questions for seasoned adepts with regard to understanding what style Tai Chi is really all about. And this gentleman that you're about to meet, his name is Master, or I should say Grandmaster, because he has masters who train under him. But I'll say the Sifu, just for argument's sake. Sifu Cam Lee was, like I said before, he told me he discusses all kinds of stuff with regard to the idea of martial training from the Chin style, the idea of Wajia and Nasia training, the idea that Chin style is not only elegant and not only powerful, but it's also refining and cultivating for the spirit, the mind, body, and spirit. And of course, you can see that this is expressed in his ability to transmit energy in a sword form, and to do so in such a way that keeps your eyes on him at all times. So I hope you enjoy this interview. It's rare. Of course, you donated in order to see the video, and to listen to these pearls of wisdom that he's about to drop on everyone. And I'm just really happy that to be able to present this to you all. So get out your notepads and pen. He's very quiet and soft-spoken, so turn your speakers up. And again, enjoy the video. And I surely hope that we get a chance to discuss this in the rooms of the Temple Underground magazine and journal, Temple Underground Advanced Group, Study Group, or Temple Underground Revolution, and maybe even Tai Chi Connection. Enjoy. It's G. We're here. As a matter of fact, you know my patent. When I get there, I always fold the legs. Okay, it's G, Temple Underground guys. You ain't gonna believe who I got. I got Cam Lee. I've got William Miller's, okay, and Steve Contes' teacher right here. Okay, now he's a real humble guy, and what I'm gonna say about him, he's gonna probably fringe and not want to hear it, but he's a healer, and he's a martial artist. He is the quintessential Kung Fu man with regard to an individual coming from Asia, Malaysia specifically, coming to the United States for various reasons, but the most important reason is to share what he knows with individuals here and grow in the process, okay? We don't get a lot of individuals like that we interview for Temple Underground Radio, Temple Underground Magazine, or Temple Underground Journal, but we got it here. And we're gonna but hear his side of the story with regard to the most important thing I have learned in this sojourn in this last week, and that is the root, the foundations for all family lineages, which begins with the Chin style. And the Chin style is special for lots of reasons. Those of you who have read the illustrated explanations of Chin family Tai Chi Chuan understand that silk quilling for Chin Zen is one of the most essential aspects of healing and essential aspects of growth, okay, and power. I experienced that power. That power moved me all over the room, moved me all over the floor. And it's done in such a way that had nothing to do with physical strength. Of course, that means something. It had to do with skill. He's also going to talk a little bit about the healing aspects of what the Chin style is all about. Okay, maybe even a little bit about where he's from and what his philosophy of Tai Chi is, which I got the privilege of listening to. But also, he's going to talk about the sword. You know, I love the sword. Okay, so he's going to talk a little bit about that and why that's important, not only as a martial artist, but also as a healer. Sifu, hi, it's very nice to meet you. It's good to talk to you. Good morning today. Oh, and I'm a referee. I'm refereeing in the biggest tournament in the country. Okay. All right, so here we go. Sifu, when we're talking about Chen style Tai Chi, real brief history, your lineage. How did you get here? How did you get here?
Well, I first came here knowing martial art Kung Fu, started in '73. As I trained, I realized that I needed to train more and know more about martial arts. So I was interested in Tai Chi. So when I came to the States in 81, 82, I forgot.
It's okay.
So there wasn't any Tai Chi teacher. So I started to look around for Tai Chi and started with training young style Tai Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after that, teacher left, and then I trained with Chen style Tai Chi in 1995. And after that, my interest in Chen Tai Chi grew until I met my teacher, Grandmaster Su Chen Chai, in 1999. And that's when I went full force in training Tai Chi, Chen style Tai Chi.
Chen style Tai Chi. Why did you settle with just Chen? Do you influence Yang style at all in your Chen style, or are you completely into the lineage that you were taught in Chen?
Yeah, I think Chen style gives me an aspect where it brings me closer to nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good leading one. When you practice, do you like to practice indoor, or do you like to practice outdoors when you do your training, sir?
Both. When it's outdoor, sunshine is good for your chi. If it's raining, it's indoor.
You're on the your training is on an island. Like your dojo is on an island in Jacksonville, Florida, right?
Fleming Island, yeah, it's called Fleming Island. It's a big place, it's just connected by a bridge to the mainland.
But it's on the water. Beach.
All the Florida land is
That's true.
on the water.
That's true. You can't beat that. That's true. In the tournament today, I saw that you had some people in there. I met Will, and I met Will Miller. Will Miller, you're going to hear, but I already talked about Will Miller, Sifu Miller, and his son. Okay, Izzy. He actually won a championship. He's in your lineage. He got to meet you and so forth. Do you have any students directly in your school that are competing or have competed and done well, or at least done well? I don't care if they won, but if they do well. Did you have any?
Yes, they have. I have quite a few students.
Oh, okay.
And my son also trained Kung Fu aspect of it. So we have a lot of times I got a grand champion from this tournament.
That's all right.
And yesterday, one of the students got a Southern grand champion also.
Oh my goodness, this is a big deal, guys. Again, this is the biggest. This is, when I say biggest, that means more people from all over the world come to this particular one for the whole year. So to be invited here from a traditional Chinese martial arts standpoint, very, very important. So the healing, we talk about the fighting. Well, actually, no, let's talk about silk reeling. He's not talking to me, even though I'm asking the questions. He's talking to you. Why silk reeling is so important, the way the Chen people do it. Now, you know me, I'm a boxer. You know I have a great silk reeling. You know it healed me because I talked about my experiences. This is different. Now, for whatever it's worth, this is different. Silk reeling.
Yeah, when we look at the force in nature, a lot of people doesn't realize that one of the force is a spiral force. Okay, so in the beginning, for example, as an analogy, before the bullets were made to fly straight. Okay, so they can only fly a certain distance, then they'll die down because the force dies with it. But with silk reeling, you learn how the force spiral as it travels. So as it travels, it creates a more force because when things turns, it has the natural energy of yin yang, turning force. So with this turning force, it creates more power. and the more natural force when you apply. So nowadays the Buddhas are made to spiral as they travel, and they can travel faster. So that's a part of nature, natural force that a lot of people doesn't realize how to use it. That's why silk breathing, you train how to develop that energy in your body and have it rooted into the ground. And then when your body turns, your arm also turns. So that is what we call a big turn, and the turning within the circle, and that is the silk breathing force. And everybody has it, they just sometimes doesn't realize that they
Got to refine it. Got to find it, refine it, and
understand
cultivate
it. Yeah. And then when you cultivate it, you develop the silk breathing force in your body. And then when you do techniques or applications or anything like that, then you realize that it's very effective.
Yes, you guys are going to see it in the video. You've already seen it. I always thought that people that were good at push hands, most of them are not very good at striking. Okay, I'm a striker. You guys know I'm a striker. But I found out with Will Miller, that experience, that striking is very, very, very good, and it could be done any way. Will was able to take me and work me. When I tried to turn, he forced my energy down. When my energy was down, I tried to spring back up, but he wasn't there. And when I sprang back up, he went to go do a throw. Okay, and you know, what do you do with that? He also had, he doesn't pung from here, he pungs from here. Okay, so he comes here, comes around, and brings it in. And when he did it, believe me, guys, I felt I was flying with him. And when he said the thing, when he explained it to me, it's just like the seafood. You may have seen his eyes when he was talking. When he was talking about silk rolling, he was actually thinking it. And when he was thinking it, then there was a certain intensity. I'm not going to say aggression, but there was definitely an intensity. Did you see it? I know you saw it in the way he